Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. It is exactly 10 after 9 o'clock, and this hour of news and views is sponsored by Africa Muslims Agency. Africa Muslims Agency, a beacon of hope to communities for over 35 years in Africa and beyond. 11 after 9 o'clock, and we now have Sheikh Saeed Ncane. He is the leader of Sizwe Ummah Nation, and of course, the countdown has begun. It is going to be election time well and truly on Wednesday, but of course, also people who qualify for special votes have today and tomorrow to go and cast their votes. Assalamu alaikum to you, dear brother. Welcome to the program.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu to you, my respected and dearest sister Julie Ali, as well as all the engineers at the studio and all the listeners of Salam Media. And Jazakumullah khairan so much for the opportunity.
So how are you feeling this morning, knowing that special votes have started, or voters are, those that have been granted these special votes will be casting their votes today and tomorrow. And then, of course, the big day is on Wednesday. What are you doing, during these 2 days leading up to the actual day of elections?
Alhamdulillah, first of all praises is due to Allah Ta'ala, who has given us another day. Alhamdulillah, if we have to gather all the riches and the wealth of this world, we would not have bought today. So Alhamdulillah, we thank Allah Ta'ala, He has given us another day to wake up and with the fikr of the ummah and with the fikr of the country. And Alhamdulillah, it's a mixed feeling. There's a feeling of panic, and also there's a feeling of joy. Why a feeling of panic? It's a feeling of panic because we are not, we do not know the tomorrow. We don't know what will happen after 29, after the counting has been done. And at the same time, it is also a feeling of panic as a result of we didn't have enough resources, but we have enough hope and trust in Allah Ta'ala. And also, most importantly, as I've said, it is a feeling also of joy. Why a feeling of joy? It's because as the Sun Party, as small as it was, because I was given the baton on 2022 to lead the Sun Party, and last year I was voted by a majority of members to lead the Sun Party. So it's also a feeling of joy in a way that we didn't think that we will be able to contest the national elections. But as the Quran says, وَمَكَرُوا وَمَكَرُ اللَّهُ وَاللَّهُ خَيْرُ الْمَاكِرِينَ. So we think this is the best plan from the plans of Allah Ta'ala, that as small as we are as the Sun Party, and as small as we are, but Allah Ta'ala has made us to be in the political space, from the millions and millions of people and from hundreds and hundreds of parties that were there, but Sun Party has managed to qualify. I've always said this, that as small as we are as the Sun Party, but we believe in the power of a mosquito. As small as we are, but we believe in a power of a mosquito. So we encourage all Sun Party supporters, Sun Party voters, and everyone who loves the Sun Party, and everyone also support the Sun Party, that please, we go out in our numbers and make sure that we cast the vote on the 29th, as well as the special votes, as you have requested, as you have alluded about the special vote. As it is now, I'm on the way, going to all the voting stations, and they're signing all the forms for party agents, so they can be able to participate in the electoral process of the special votes, as well as counting the vote. And Allah Ta'ala, we can only say, praise Allah Ta'ala for this opportunity, that as small as we are, like a mosquito, but Allah Ta'ala has made us to be part of this elections, national elections 2024. As we all know, how powerful is a mosquito? A mosquito is small, but the mosquito can make sure that you don't sleep the whole night. So we hope that Allah Ta'ala, if He puts us there in Parliament, we will irritate all people of corruption, and will irritate all people who don't want the country to go forward as Sun Party, and use that power of being small as we are, but use it like how the mosquito uses it when we are sleeping at night and we can't get enough sleep. Jazakallah khairan so much, Sister Julie Ali.
What a lovely analogy. Let's talk about the mood of the people on the ground, because we are aware, sadly, and I hope that we don't see it happening this time around, but there is a lot of violence, or some level of violence during election time, simply because certain parties don't want other parties to go ahead, or councillors or party leaders, etc., are at risk. Their safety is definitely a concern. How do you feel about that issue, and what is the mood that you're picking up on the ground from the people, very especially the supporters of Sun Party?
What I can say, Sister Juali, Wallahi, Tallahi Billah, Allah Ta'ala is my witness. This is always like a mantra wherever I am, wherever I speak to, and in groups in different parts, in platforms where I can, the Sun Party voice can reach. It's something that we always pray and always encourage that, Allah Ta'ala must give us peaceful elections as well as a prosperous nations, and then also that we must accept whatever result that comes. As I've said, wa makaru wa makarullah wallahu khairul makirin. We must accept that it is from the predestination, from the plans of Allah Ta'ala. And I encourage the Sun Party supporters and even other supporters of other parties as well in different groups, because I'm involved in a lot of groups and in different platforms. Let's not resort to violence. Let us avoid violence. We know how the country, almost in 1990 and 1994, over 14,000 people lost their lives as a result of incitement of leaders of some parties, and we don't want that to come back again. So we encourage and we say that please, we don't resort to violence no matter what happened, but at least the least we can do is to report to the police and report to the authorities. But we do not incite violence, and we not also resort to violence. We really need to build our country as it is. The country is going down. We can't tolerate bloodshed, or we can't tolerate also animosity amongst parties and amongst races. We encourage, as the Sun Party itself, it Sizwe Ummah Nation. We want to see the diversity, and also that we become the sun and the instrument of light for the nation, inshallah. The mood, there is a fear when you speak to people, and when you see like some things that have been leaked of ballot boxes, and the data are not being monitored in some parts of KZN. It is worrisome. It is very worrisome. And also, as we know that the ruling party has been split into two, and we are fearing, and we are making dua, and we are also making sure that we encourage those. Myself, I got a lot of people that I know in both parties. I speak to them, I encourage them, guys, we don't need blood anymore. We don't need even incitement of blood, because we don't want to, to spoil the elections and also regress the gains that have been made from that 1994 killings till today. Alhamdulillah, there are those pockets of people inciting, even in media. I was happy to see that the police are also taking charges and sometimes arresting people who are inciting violence. So we need to call upon the police as well as the Minister for Police that they must make sure that whoever is inciting violence, they must be locked up, and they must not even have a ability to vote themselves, because they want to destroy our democracy.
So how busy are you going to be over the next 3 days? And then what's going to happen on Thursday morning when you wake up after the elections over? We do know there's a whole process that will be followed. Votes have to be counted, verified, etc., etc. But let's talk about your days from today up until Thursday. What does it look like?
What I can say in a nutshell, it just reminds me of a hadith of Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam that, ajaban amrul mu'min, it's very amazing and astonishing, surprising, the matter of a believer. Why? Because whenever there is good that comes to him or to her, shakar, they make shukr to Allah Ta'ala and praise Allah Ta'ala for whatever good that has come towards them. As well as when anything difficulty, a musibah that has come to them, or unpleasant news has come to them, sabara, with this, and then they also praise Allah Ta'ala and their own sabr. So these are the two wings of a believer. We make sabr and shukr. We make sabr and shukr no matter what the results are, but we will make sabr and we will make shukr to Allah Ta'ala. And these few days just before the elections, I will be going around. I'll vote very early. And at a certain primary school, this is where I vote in Ward 11 here in KZN in Harding. I think I'll be the first amongst those who will vote, and then I'll make sure that I go around the province, and if it's possible also to go to other provinces. If it's possible, we will go there, but we will go around the province in different parts of the big cities of KZN. We'll be going around there and encouraging our voters to support the Sun Party. As it is now, I'm parked along the side of the road, and I was going to the voting stations to deliver the party agent forms, so that those who will be counting vote for us, they must be there to witness and make sure that there is no zigzagging, because there is a statement that we have seen that made by some of the people of the past, that it doesn't matter who votes, but what matters is who counts the vote. So we are worried. We want to make sure that we are there when the counting is done, inshallah.
So is that going to start happening on Thursday? Are you going to be keeping a very beady eye open when the counting of the vote starts?
Exactly. The most surprising and the most, the blessing of this election is that almost all the parties, they have kept their eyes open as we speak, and they have kept their ears open. So I think and I pray that this election will be the most just and fair election, because everybody is awake. It's more like the 1994. This 2004, 2024 is same like the 1994 elections, where everybody is very much alert. So we'll be alert as it is now. We were in all voting stations. We will going inside there and make sure that there are no ballots that are there. Everything is clean, and we will make sure that security is tight from our end as Sun Party, but working with other parties as well to make sure that everything is just and fair for the 29th of May. So we'll be making sure that all the voting stations, there is nothing suspicious. There are no material that are there of maybe ballots or anything, because we know it's South Africa. Everybody knows, South Africa is famous about corruption, So we will make sure that there must be no corrupt activities that are there before the voting starts, inshallah.
How long do you anticipate the count of the votes will take place? And when do we expect to get results published to the broader public?
Personally, I think it is because of the technology that we have in the country today. As I am speaking to you, Sister Julie, I believe maybe you are in Joburg. I'm here in the deep rural town of Harding. Because of the technology, and we hope that the counting will be very fast. But maybe it may take in 24 hours. I think in 24 hours, if the voting starts in the morning on the 29th. By the morning of the 30th, at least maybe half of the country's votes should be counted, and then by the evening of the 30th, the results we should anticipate the results. But I'm not an expert in the field, but I'm just estimating, because I've been in the process of counting of votes and all that, and it is, as long as there are people who are there and they are working together as a team. And the IEC, we must applaud the IEC. They've done a lot of good work. Yes, there are mistakes that we have seen because of those leaks of ballot papers and all that. But personally, I've been attending and going to the IEC, and they've been very, very, very professional in this election. They've tried to make sure that there's no stone that is not left unturned, to make sure that the elections are free and fair. So I think within a space of 24 hours, we should be getting 80% of the counting. So on the 30th, the evening of the 30th, we should have almost of the voting station have counted and sent their vote, inshallah.
Ameen, Ameen, Tuma, Ameen. Can we ask you to please just be patient? We need to take an ad break. When we get back, we'll continue the discussion.
Ameen, Ameen, Ameen.
This is Salam Media. Southern Africa Dawah Network is a non-profit organization striving to uplift the disadvantaged and empowering through education and dawah. Donate to the SADN centers, the M.A. Motala Islamic Center, as well as our Islamic centers in Amoti, Imtulumi, Botshabelo and Castile. Donate your zakat and lillah today. Contact Farooq Sheikh 076-321-0650, Yusuf Mohammadi 072-259-3457, or the SADN head office 031-3 304 8000. Our account, Standard Bank, account number 050-856-294 for your zakat, or 050-879-790 for your lillah. Dawah through education, education through Dawah, the Southern Africa Dawah Network.
Valley's Motor Spares. We supply motor spares and accessories for all makes and models of motor cars, LDVs, bakkies, trucks, and earth-moving equipment. We deliver on time, every time. Please contact us via WhatsApp on 014-592-0925 or call 014-592-0925 or visit 28 Zenderling Street, Rustenburg. Remember the name, Valley's Motor Spares.
No one wants to let go of that feeling of closeness to Allah that we feel by the end of Ramadan. Ramadan is over, but that closeness doesn't have to be. The deeds most loved by Allah are those done regularly, even if they are small. So don't let go of that feeling. Give a small amount regularly and hold on to Allah's love. Donate now to Islamic Relief.
Discover the Africa of your dreams and surround yourself with her spectacular beauty. Relax beneath her serene sunsets and explore wildlife at its natural best. It's where the pride of Africa comes together. The Kwantu Private Game Reserve. Get to know the Big Five or cruise on an elephant safari game drive. Interact with lion and tiger cubs and enjoy world-class halal cuisine while we pamper you during your 5-star stay. Indulge in the true African experience. For reservations, call now on 042-203-1400 or visit kwantu.co.za. The Kwantu Private Game Reserve, the place of gathering.
Breaking stereotypes, moving boundaries, joining hands. Salam Media. Humanity sets the agenda.
It is 9:27 a.m. News and views on Salam Media. We are in just outside of Harding in Natal. Sheikh Saeed Ncane is parked off the side of the road to talk with me this morning. He's on his way to the different voting stations. He's going to interact with all of the voters, the special voters today and tomorrow. Undoubtedly, he's going to make a presence on Wednesday as well, with his bright smile and his wonderful voice, talking to everyone and just ensuring that things go very, very smoothly. Sheikh, let's understand the dynamics in your ward, in Harding in general. Alhamdulillah, you've been really very instrumental in a lot of dawah work, and through your efforts, lots of Black people have embraced Islam. Inshallah, those votes will come to the Sun Party. What about the other people in the area who haven't embraced Islam? Have you interacted with them? Have you engaged with them? And do you think there's a possibility that they would also vote for you and not get confused about, oh, that's a Muslim party, they're not going to be serving my interest, I'll rather give my vote to someone else?
Alhamdulillah, Thumma Alhamdulillah, and all praises are due to Allah Ta'ala. Why I'm saying this is because, for indeed as believers, we have the best example in Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. The moment we try and emulate Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam's example, Allah Ta'ala make it such that we also attain those benefits which Allah Ta'ala gave to Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. You will be shocked, my sister Julie Ali, that Alhamdulillah, here in Harding, the majority of the Sun Party supporters, even in our national database, 90% of our supporters are not Muslims. We are people who do not understand and don't know about Islam. and people also that we try and make dawah, because we have regular dawah programs in our area. But the majority of people in the Sun Party database, they are not Muslims. It's people who are looking for a godly solution. As we know, most of the people in the country, they have an awareness that there's a higher being, but it's just that those who are in leadership, they don't always put God first in whatever they do. That's why there's so much of corruption. So the moment the people of Harding and the surrounding towns, even the chiefs, the chiefs, we have 4 chiefs in the area. I've interacted with them, and they've blessed the Sun Party. They've supported even Izinduna, and all people who are close to the traditional leadership. We have visited them. They've given us a lot of blessings. That really they need a solution, because they know people are suffering so much. And Alhamdulillah, my impact that Allah Ta'ala gave it to me when I was a deputy mayor in Harding. So people in all 11 wards of Harding, they know the impact that we made at the municipality, as well as the forensic report that was done of millions and millions of rand that was stolen. I was leading the team, and I was leading the team that made sure that those who stole the money must be expelled at the municipality. So there is a great hope that the people of Harding, who are not even Muslims, we have pastors in our party. We have a priest from the Shembe Church. We have people who love God and people who want godly solutions. People who are tired of the corruption. Alhamdulillah, they're giving us a lot of support. Yes, we may not have a lot of t-shirts, a lot of exposure and material for campaigning, but people wants justice, and people want change. So Alhamdulillah, we have a lot of support from, as well as the colored community here in Harding, the white community, and the Indian community, the black community. People who want godly solutions, they've seen and taken the Sun Party as a vehicle to bring solutions to our town. Alhamdulillah, we have high hope that will have a lot of gains. Most of the votes that will be benefited from the Sun Party, most of them, we have high hope that they'll be coming from our small town and the rural areas of Harding, inshallah.
Subhanallah. Sheikh Saeed Ncane from the Sun Party, shukran for talking with us. Lots and lots of du'as for you guys to have great success in the upcoming elections. Thank you for talking with us. Safe journey, and the very best for the following few days regarding the elections. Assalamu alaikum to you.
I mean, Jazakallah khairan so much, Sister Julie Ali. Just one last bite. I want to say this: whatever we do, wherever we are, even if we lose, even if we lose, but Islam must win at the end of the day. Even if we lose anything, we lose our lives, properties, or lose anything, but we must make sure that we win people and bring them closer to Islam, and Islam must triumph at the end of the day, inshallah. Jazakumullah khairan. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Wa alaikum salam. Ameen, ameen, thumma ameen. From your lips to Allah's ears. It is exactly 9:33. News and views on Salam Media, and we're pushing along with future interviews. Please do stay with us.